to the Squirrel Heed YouTube channel, and welcome to episode number 13 of the Youth Academy. Now, basically, what has happened in this episode, I recorded an episode, and I've got a new audio device, and it glitched quite a lot, and I need to figure out pretty quickly what is causing that, obviously, because it's not been ideal. As much as I tried to save the original episode in its original form, I wasn't able to. There's only so much you can do, so I need to figure some things out here, and hopefully we'll have that sort of stuff figured out for the next episode. But instead of scrapping the episode and stuff like that, I really wanted to get something out of this episode anyway, because I enjoyed the episode and it was very, very, very good. So basically what I'm going to end up doing is going through each part of the episode that was key, including things like the goals and such like that. We played 4 games in this episode, because in the previous episode we were playing 2. So the team that we were kicking off with was with the one that had Luke Shaw in it and the one that had Origi, which should be on the screen for you now. So obviously it was a very good episode to come on to, and I really enjoyed it anyway. We had a lot of progress in the last episode, got a lot of things done, a lot of things sorted, and it was just very enjoyable. Anyway, so that's the team that we're going forward with, so we'll get into the next game as well. Now, this first game was a difficult one from start to finish. It really, really was. We had a lot of possession in the very first half. We had some good play, some good passing movements and such like that, but the chemistry really, really killed us in this one. This was a good move that just couldn't be finished. It should have done a lot better with that one. That could have been a bit of a different one for the result that actually happened. We had this one coming out onto the wing, and this is where Januzaj started to show his limitations, and Origi just didn't move. And it was very, very disappointing. And I actually think that this is one of the things that actually led to their goal. And it was unbelievable. They were devastating on the counter-attack. And look at that. Straight through our play again, and he's through on goal with Rashford, and he gets it at 1-0. Now onto this part of the video, he just literally ran through everybody, and there's nothing I could do. And I'm 2-0 down before I know it. We looked like we were fighting, and then honest to God, what comes next is unreal. So to further the capitulation, all of my team decided to go forward on a corner, and this is what happened. Happens every time. I didn't send everybody forward, and it just seemed to happen, and we're 3-0 down, and I'm looking at my team thinking, Christ, we've got 3 more games to go. What am I meant to do with this? And then before we know it, it looks like, again, they're just having the absolute run of the green. They're having everything their way. It ends up 4-0. 75 minutes in, and I just can't believe what's going on. And it was full time in the end, and we lost 4-0, and it's unbelievable what actually happened. I think we ended up having to lose Luke Shaw, so we had to take him out of the team. And this is where we're taking Luke Shaw out of the team, and Federico Rica is coming back into the team very, very quickly. This is I came up against a lot of Bundesliga teams in this episode, and they are very solid teams as well. Difficult to break down, difficult to stop their creativity and pace up front, especially the likes of Douglas Costa. It was unreal, and it was very, very difficult. So first off, here we go. He comes through, and he just puts one right there. And what am I meant to do about that? There was not a lot I could do about that. And to top it off, it was just one of those goals that I just couldn't do anything about, I'm afraid. Then obviously we get our one back, and it was an Origi goal. He was our player of the match for this game as well, and he bangs it straight against the post. It was a hit and hope. It was an absolute epitome of a hit and hope. It really was. He cuts in, gets it on there, and just literally hit it as hard as he could, and that's it. Goes in off the post. I can't ask for any more than that. Then we're trying to move forward as well, and that was a nice pass through to Origi, and he gets it through, and it's an unbelievably good goal. 2-1 ahead, and things are starting to look up in this episode. In the episode, it was a very good response to the previous game, which was awful. Now then, we got this free kick, and it was an absolute banger by Neves. Neves puts it in the back of the net. All I asked for was top bins, and he gave it to me, and then some. He got someone sent off for the free kick that was conceded, and look at it. It's a great free kick, it really was. So for this part, I'd also changed formation. I thought the formation was going to do a bit better for me, so I decided to change it. So obviously I had to take someone out. Dahoud was the one that I nominated to take out, and in for him came Marcus Rashford, a legend of our series so far. He's done very well, and will link up very well with Origi as well. Now the left mid position had caused me some problems, obviously because of Januzaj. Doesn't have the pace that I need, and doesn't have the quality that I need either. So obviously I had to look into it, see who I've already got in my club that I could use, and the perfect person for it was Raheem Sterling from Manchester City. Has boatloads, buckets of pace, and that's exactly what I needed in this team at that time. So now we get into the next match, and again we come up against a very Bundesliga based team, a very difficult team as well. a solid back four and some good creative people up front as well. So it was going to be quite a difficult game. I knew that. But we get straight into it, and literally, lucky goal comes off, deflection comes to us. We were very, very lucky. For once, we were very, very lucky. Then obviously we get into the next part here, we get given a penalty. It was a very clear penalty as well. He just gave it away, and it was a very good penalty in the end as well. We stick it in the right, I think. Marcus Rashford, we put him on there because he was the player of the match that I'd nominated for the game, coming back into the side, and he slots it away very, very nicely. Keeper doesn't even move. This team as well was two guys. It was a guest player and obviously the host player, and they did not play very well. You know, of course, me trying to chip the keeper as well doesn't help matters. It ended up finishing that way, and it was a very good game for us in the end anyway. So we got a good result out of that one. I missed out a clip, I think, as well, where they actually did score a goal back. I thought I'd put it in there, but I must have got rid of it. Whoops. But they did score it, so we didn't get a clean sheet bonus. So we only got to add in 2 players at the end of that game. And this is the team that we have here straight away after that one. And the 2 positions I was looking at, obviously, the chemistry is awful in that midfield. So I was taking out Bazoa, who had done very, very well, and he played very well for us. Got a couple of assists, got a goal. He was playing in very low chemistry, but he had to come out. And the player that I'd obviously put in to get him upgraded in that position to have a very good link with all the Premier League players up top was Dele Alli. Very young player, very talented player, fits into our team very, very well. Now then, the second position that I was looking at was the CDM position. Ruben Neves had done very well, scored a cracker of a free kick in this episode, but he had to come out, give me more chemistry, and I wanted to put Eric Dyer in there, and he absolutely made a lot of difference, and he will make a lot of difference in future as well, due to his youth and due to the fact that he's going to link up so well with everybody else. And as you can see again, we ended up coming up against another Bundesliga themed team with the addition of Jack Butland in there, who, he's probably the most OP goalkeeper I've ever come across. But straight away, as has been the theme in this video, he just bangs one from near the outside of the box, and it's in. Celebrates with the dab, so I disrespected it straight away. So then we came into the part where the player of the match I'd nominated, Dele Alli, just sticks it top left, and I can't say fairer than that because that's exactly what I was looking for. He just, look at that, deliciously slotted it into the left-hand side. Wonderful. And then obviously we tried a couple more, hit the bar again. It's going to be a theme, I tell you. Oh, and this was beautiful. Cross in by Dele Alli Origi, while slightly injured. Managed to get his head on it, gets us a 2-1 in front at the moment. I'm pretty sure that's how the game ended as well, but look at it. Gets it just on the byline, bang! Header in by Divock Origi. Awesome stuff. And that was, I think, full time. We clear it, and that's the end of the game. And that's where we sit at the end of this episode. We're so close to getting that title, but we haven't got it just yet. So just the normal upgrades as usual. So the upgrades that we're going to look to make in this one, obviously, left back Luke Shaw. He's coming back in with a bit more chemistry up front as well. Then that right back position as well, slightly troublesome. Obviously there aren't many in the Premier League that have a low like a young age card, but Hector Bellerin is the perfect one to come in. 95 pace, he fits in the mould, and he's going to do very, very well for us, I think, especially linking up with Adama Traore and everybody else around him. And then basically I went into what my seasons are looking at like so far, and I didn't realise I'd scored so many goals. 92 goals, I've conceded 53, but that's pretty cool. Pass accuracy overall is looking pretty good. All-time records not too bad. I can't really complain about that. So I'm going to be keeping an eye on this. I didn't even discover this until just recently, so I'm quite happy about that, and I'm going to look to do that in the future. Look more to it. And basically this is the end of the episode. It's not been ideal, I do realise that. I'd much rather have me playing the game and reacting to it as normal, but it was completely unsalvageable. If I'd have put that out, people probably would have complained a little bit more, and I'm hoping that this one's going to be okay. So let's hope for next time everything's going to be sorted out. If it isn't, I'll put it out there and I'll say it's not going to be ready. I need to sort some stuff out and I'll get it sorted. But until then, thank you ever so much for sticking with me on this one. I hope that you've enjoyed it regardless. Enjoyed 3 wins, 1 loss. So, I mean, I can't complain too much. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed the episode. Please drop a like if you have. Leave a comment for what I should do next time. Subscribe if you're new around here. That would help out so much. Thank you ever so much for watching, dearly. And I'll catch you later.